Hello, today we'll be walking through the process of applying for a permit with plan review. This would apply for residential and commercial building permits, as well as site plans and subdivision infrastructure plans. The process for all of these is fairly similar, so our example will be a residential building permit, but the process can be used on the others as well. When you log into the permitting portal, this is your dashboard that you will see under the My Applications tab. Our current applications that you have, either pending status for things that are being reviewed, issued for permits that you already have. There is a fees due tab that shows any outstanding fees and what permit they're related to. There's also an available inspections tab once permits are issued. As various inspections become available in the workflow, you'll go here to schedule those inspections. So to apply for a new permit, there are two different ways to get that started. Here on the left bar, there's a create button, or in the upper right is this larger create new application button. So we will start with creating a new application. First, we have to select the type of permit. We will be creating a new permit for any residential or commercial building permit, site plan, or subdivision plan. We would be creating a new permit. When you would use a related permit will be for the building trades that are related to a primary building permit, and we will review that in a separate video. But if you are pulling a plumbing, mechanical, or gas piping permit that is associated with a residential or commercial building permit, you would create that as a related application. But for today, we will be doing a new permit. Then it pops up the available types here under residential, commercial permits. Under the engineering tab is where you would find site plan or subdivision infrastructure plan. Today we will be doing a residential new construction. Project name can just be a nickname, or for some of these, I like to put, for residentials, I like to put the address. So here I put my project address, single family residential. If you were doing a commercial project, you could put the business name or an owner's last name, whatever you want to use as a helpful identifier for searching for it later. Next, we move into the location tab. Here you are able to zoom in, pan around, search for your location. You need to, if you want to click on the map to select your address, you need to zoom in quite a ways so that the little yellow dot pops up for the address, and you could click now. If you are not zoomed in far enough, it'll grab multiple parcels and multiple addresses, and then it won't let you proceed. The easiest way, as long as you know the address, is to just go ahead and type that in. This grabs you one address point and one parcel ID. We can move on to the next tab. The People tab is where you add contact information for anyone that's going to be involved in this permit who may need to have the ability to log in and check the status to see where things are at. I'm going to be the applicant for this permit. I can just click the Add My Info button, and it's going to populate with information that I saved when I was creating my account. That's all that is required, is one person. You could add anyone else you want. As long as this email address matches an email address that was used to create a permitting portal account, then the additional parties that you add here would also be able to log in and see this permit as it progresses through. Next brings up our permit details tab. Now, obviously, this is going to vary depending on your different types of permits, what you're applying for. Today, since we are doing a single family residential, it will be asking us the questions related to that. Single family. Our required information here. And attached garage. It's our foundation. Okay, get our information in there and hit next again. The terms and conditions tab will pop up. It will have a disclaimer for you to read and agree with. And then we are submitting our application. So the next thing that will happen is once this is processed, we're going to pop open a separate screen where we are going to upload our PDFs for review. Okay, so OnBase is the name of the software that we do our plan reviews in, and where you'll upload those to us. Here in the yellow box is just some quick instructions. So it's there every time for you to reference and read through. What we're going to do is browse to find the PDFs that we want to upload for review. We're going to label them with a discipline, select upload, and once we've uploaded all the documents that we want, we will hit the green submit for review button. As you can see, the project number was assigned here. There's that little nickname or tag that we had given it before. Our status right now is in plan submission. So we are going to browse on our computer to find the files that we're looking for. So I'm going to grab 3 separate files, 3 PDFs here, and attach those all at once. There are several different ways that you can do this. It's really up to the person submitting the plans. You can submit everything that needs to be reviewed in one large file. You could submit every page of a plan set as a separate file, or you could submit them in smaller groups, which is what I've done here. I have my plot plan, my building plan, and my truss plans as my 3 separate files. So my building plans are multiple pages. I uploaded those as one file. Here I just grouped them together. So I will categorize these as a particular discipline. The one thing that you will want to note here is however you choose to upload the plans for the initial review is how you will need to re-upload based on any review comments. If there's any resubmittal required, you need to re-upload the documents in the same manner. So in this case, if the building plans and the plot plan are approved, but we have review comments on the truss package, the submitter will need to re-upload just the truss package. If these were all grouped together in one, if there's one comment in there, upload the whole package. If they were uploaded as individual plan sheets, you would only have to re-upload the particular plan sheets that had revisions on them. When we scroll over here to the right, we can see we're on our first new one. So We've attached these, we've labeled them. We're going to hit that upload button. It's going to give us another disclaimer. Yes, upload those. Okay, now we can see we have successfully uploaded revision 1 of each of these documents. If you realized you made a mistake, you could delete something now. You could browse and upload something to take this document's place. That would then come in as revision 2. So later on, when you've received plan review comments back, if there is something that needs to be resubmitted, don't browse and attach a brand new document because that will show up as revision 1 and as a new document. Go ahead and use the button over here to upload a revision 2 of a certain document. So now that we have those all successfully attached, we can submit for review. You can see now our status changed to coordinator review. That means the plan review coordinator is doing an intake of the application, making sure the application was fully completed and that all the correct documents were attached. They will then begin the review cycle process. Once a review cycle begins, you can't change out the documents. Once the review has started, then you'll need to wait for the review to be completed and to get comments back. You will receive comments back under this Review Documents tab. Here's where you would see a redlined plan set or a comments letter for you to look at. Then you would re-upload a revision, submit again. Once plans are approved, this third tab is where you would find the final approved plan set, including all documents, so that we all know where the approved plan set is located. So when we're done here, we can just go ahead and close out of that window. We're back in at the portal window here. We can view this permit information. You know, our permit was assigned a number. This system assigns you a permit number at application, not at approval. So you're already going to have a permit number, even though your permit is not approved yet. Viewing permit information just takes you to a summary of the permit, all the information that you had uploaded. It shows the status. Here's where we can get back into that plan review screen if we need to do that. The address, the parcel ID, the people we attached, all the case data. Here in the tasks is going to show you basically the process that this permit's going to go through, and you'll be able to follow and start seeing as things get approved and as it goes through the workflow here. We're on permit intake. There'll be a plan review, issuance of the permit, and then it launches into the various inspections that'll become available as we work through the life cycle of that permit. The permit are shown here. And this attachments section is where there may be PDFs or JPEGs that get sent back and forth between the applicant and the reviewers, or more likely the inspectors out in the field when they're inspecting those items. So that is a summary of that. We can go back to our home screen and you'll be able to see here is that permit that we had just applied for in pending status, so we can monitor it here. And that is how you apply for a permit with plan review.